Hello, everybody. This is Joltings, otherwise known as Peter, and this evening we're going to be checking out Nikke, Goddess of Victory. And what we're going to be doing is checking out the Perfect Maid event. And after that, we're going to be doing some recap of some other chapters in this game. I understand that this game is divisive amongst certain individuals, but personally I really enjoy it, not because of the individuals involved, more or less for the story. I thought it was a very interesting story, narrative of a very throughput line, so hopefully you guys enjoy the show, and take care. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? Hopefully you enjoy the show. And this evening, like I indicated in the start, we're going to be checking out Nikke, Goddess of Victory today. And hopefully we have a good time. So what we're going to be doing is checking out Perfect Maid Parts 1 and 2. And then after that, we're going to be doing some react for certain campaign chapters. Now, I understand that this game is divisive amongst certain individuals because of the content involved. But like I said, I really enjoyed this game. Not because of the content involved, it's more or less because of the story and narrative. I understand that is going to be really, really dumb coming from a guy in today's societies, but I thought it was very interesting to say, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So hopefully you enjoy the show, and let's get started. So I've been playing this game for a long time. I understand I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I don't deal with any builds or anything along that line. I just try my best and go from there. So I'm not a mid-maxer. Don't even think about comparing me to a mid-maxer. But the album, if you're wondering, for music, it is the Demon album by Stream Beats Originals, specifically the instrumental release. Harris Heller, Ryan King, they do tremendous work. So I just wanted to shout them out. I don't necessarily know how to add or clip things or tag them, so I wanted to just verbally indicate what album we're going to be listening to. Specifically, there's going to be a couple different albums done by them here tonight, and yeah, that's pretty much where we'll go. But we'll get the in-game audio for Nikke started here, and we'll get things started. So we'll do the records repository for part 1 here, and then we'll transition into part 2. I've already gotten that set up. Now, if you're wondering in regards to the hat, my hair's a mess. I'm very self-conscious about my hair. I'm balding, so don't pay any mind to it. So, yeah. Gonna be typical, oh, he's a guy, right? So, yeah. So we'll get things started, and so part 1 starts is this individual. Her name's Aid, and her role is essentially to be the center point of this entire event. So we'll see what she has to say. So, like I said, these three are essentially maids in like a local restaurant, essentially, and they're just trying to present to the customers a certain way. So this is where Aid's self-doubt comes in, is that she's not confident in her abilities to do her job. So to bring everybody up to speed, so what happened last year is that these certain characters were introduced. Now Nikke has been around for a long time, I believe a couple years, but I forget necessarily the date, essentially. It could have been around this time because it would make sense. But I don't know. Now, I really do enjoy a lot of different games. Now, Honkai Star Rail is one of them. Got Genshin Impact, another one. Nikke's, another one. Spider-Man, NBA, Pokemon. Like, I could go down the list, right? So, I like all sorts of different types of games. So no matter what, hopefully we all enjoy our time here. sorry if I'm just getting used to this sort of thing, so but yeah, that's necessarily what I just want to convey is that I might not be perfect. I don't anticipate others to think that I am. I don't want anybody to necessarily insinuate that they're perfect at it, right? So it's been a long, long day. So. Now I'm probably picking the wrong time to start a broadcast, so I usually try to do this in the mornings. I'm doing this now because I was away in the morning and I was dealing with a lot of different things. Because work was work. Got done a little bit earlier than expected because of some issues on the back end, so that's necessarily why the broadcast is now. I'm going to be doing this a little bit more often now. Everyone will ask, YouTube versus Twitch. I'm a YouTube guy. I prefer that platform over Twitch, not because of the culture, not because of that, but because of how massive the platform of YouTube necessarily is, and the strides that they're wanting to do and wanting to accomplish. So you get the music functionality, the live streaming functionalities, the long form capabilities, the short term capabilities. So you get a lot of different functions in YouTube versus Twitch. Like you could do clips, you could do all sorts of different things that way. But being brutally honest, I never saw the appeal of Twitch until 2020, roughly, so about 4 years ago. When I necessarily saw that, when I saw Twitch necessarily took off, I'm like, okay, what is this live streaming thing, right? So I'm like, okay, let's give it a shot. So I thought it was hilarious and interesting that my local church decides, hey, we're gonna start doing some broadcasts on our own to try to reach a broader audience. And I'm like, okay. So I really like that idea. So that's necessarily the reason, the whole reasoning why it gave me a real kick in my butt in regards for the direction that I should take. That's why I'm necessarily giving this a little bit more of a fair shake and a fair shot. Because I'm like, okay, If they can do it, why can't I? So that's necessarily the whole backstory is they're like, yeah, if they can do it, why can't I? So that's necessarily why I prefer YouTube over Twitch. Twitch is fine. It's more or less the long-standing live streaming platform in this space. And I have no qualms, no issues against people who use Twitch. I watch a lot of people who do content on Twitch. Some have transitioned more primarily to YouTube, such as Ludwig, Fusely, Lily Pichu, and some others like Courage JD, Tim the Tatman, and that sort of thing. So now when I say that, I'm like, okay, what do those creators necessarily mean? And I'm like, granted, I'm just a guy, right? So I thought it was interesting and very purposeful of whole reason behind why, the why. Now, the when, I'm just trying to find a good balance of finding a better balance of when to do this, when to do these broadcasts, when to perform, essentially. Now, I do have that question of what types of content do you want to necessarily see? And I'm like, okay, I deal with self-doubt every day. I question of what people want versus what I want versus the greater good and all that. So I just have questions. I have questions every single day like any other reasonable person would. Now, if you're wondering why I'm looking down at my phone, I'm just trying to make sure the audio is coming through, all of that sort of thing, so that's why I have another individual off-site, just checking in periodically, just to confirm updates and that sort of thing, so that's necessarily that. So, pay no mind, I do look down, look up, sort of thing, so... Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk about is the notion that people can't enjoy things that they want to enjoy. Right? I'm like, okay, what are we doing? If we're necessarily getting angry at people for wanting to do things, I have free will. Anybody should have free will and the freedom of choice to do things. Now, I say this in a very privileged sense because of where I'm located and where I'm from. And I recognize that privilege. So, in regards for the insensitivity in response to that specific statement, I do apologize. So, yeah. Now, during this entire event, brevity was fantastic. Now, if you're wondering why I'm necessarily looking as well, that's where my browser is. Just following along in regards for certain things elsewhere. So I just want to also mention that unfortunately there was a tragedy that took place earlier this afternoon in Kansas City during the Super Bowl championship parade. So I just wanted to send my prayers, thoughts, and condolences to those affected during those events. Hopefully they all recover swiftly and hopefully they can rebound accordingly. That situation does hit home a little bit hard for me as well, considering what took place in 2019 during the Toronto Raptors championship parade. I had two friends that got injured during a similar set of circumstances. They were grazed by two passing bullets, and that pissed me off, because I'm like, okay, like, I get it, you're wanting to prove a point, it's a fad still. I hate to put it that way, but it just is. You're wanting to incite panic, incite certain things, and I just don't like how they do it, how they go about it. How they go about what they do, and how they go about things. I just don't approve of that. That's just me. And I hope I make that clear, is that nobody should be put into a position where their safety is at risk and jeopardized. And I don't like it. Now, in the NBA, I also wanted to shout out Pascal Siakam. Now, Pascal Siakam's one of my favorite players in the NBA, because I am Canadian. I'm not gonna pull any punches. I am Canadian, as you can tell right there. That's a Toronto Raptors flag from 2014. It's going to be updated to a 2019 NBA championship flag. It should have been already done by now. I just haven't gotten around to it. Other things to Preston. Yeah. Now let me know if you can't hear me. Like I said, I'm still getting used to this sort of thing, so. But I do like it in essence. No, yeah, just telling you what you folks do want to see coming up in the future. Like I said, I do play Hawkeye, Star Rail, Genshin Impact. I'm gonna be giving Hawkeye Impact the third part 2 a shot. Some other games on Xbox Game Pass. Hopefully that works out well. Now, Soda, as a character, is someone I really empathize with. because she's clumsy. And if you know me, I'm a little bit clumsy. I spent a full month in high school way back when, about almost 15 years now. 15 years since my freshman year, and essentially falling down a flight of stairs every other day. So that was interesting to deal with. And yeah. Now, the other thing that I did want to mention is I'm gonna do a little bit of a setup tour. Eventually, not gonna be right away, because I got a lot of work to do on it. But yeah. Because I know I'm not perfect. Nobody else is. If you think you're perfect, I'm just gonna be blunt and say you're not. Straight up. Yeah, straight up. Sorry about that yawn. The other thing I also wanted to mention is, if you folks haven't noticed, is that the cast of the Fantastic Four has finally been released. Starring Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic, Vanessa Kirby as the Invisible Woman, Ebon Moss-Bachrach, is the Thing, and Joseph Quinn as the Human Torch. Now, Ebon was a part of the Netflix series The Punisher as the... just 1 second... as the Tinker, I believe. As Micro. And then Joseph Quinn starred as Eddie Munson on Stranger Things. I'm a big fan of Joseph Quinn. Met him up in Toronto at the Fan Expo, and I really enjoyed his time there. Pedro Pascal's Pedro Pascal. That guy's career has blossomed into something a lot better than anybody had envisioned. And then Vanessa Kirby. It is very interesting and warms the spirit of mine as a Marvel fan that a character created by Jack Kirby is being played by someone with the same last name, right? So Vanessa and Jack, I don't know if they're related, I doubt it, but if they are somewhere down the line, I think that's really cool. That's just me. Now, the thing that I do find interesting with everything that's going on, everything that people say, people do, I do find questionable right now, because I question their motives, I question what they want to do and what they want to achieve. So for me, that's my question. Now, in regard for the YouTube and the live streaming spectrum, I know, don't come at me with you don't know what you're doing, because quite literally I don't. I'll be honest, I just straight up don't. I just know how to press a few buttons and that sort of thing. So that's necessarily what I gotta say about that. Now, I am happy though that up in Toronto, Pascal Siakam's getting a very, very thunderous ovation because I'll be honest, the guy deserves it. I understand that ever since he became the focal point of the franchise, he didn't have that much of an opportunity to fully showcase his skills. He made 2 All-NBA teams, in my opinion, in spite of circumstance. And what I mean by that is that front office never gave Pascal the opportunity to succeed. So, to that end, I'm just happy he's getting the ovation that he, in my opinion, deserves. Now, coming up, I'm going to be starting some baseball content going into the Toronto Blue Jays season. Yeah, that is something that we're gonna try to get a conversation with, because I got a lot to say about the Toronto Blue Jays. That's just me, that's just my opinion. But yeah, I know I'm essentially streaming at 0 viewers. A little bit more of a bland kind of guy. I get it. My humor's more on the dry side. That's just it. Now you will see me predominantly in a bigger beard than this as well. That's just my personal preference. I only shaved because my cheeks got swollen out, so yeah. That was interesting. I love being proven right though. So, for context, is the Morgan Riley situation that I was in conversation with a couple people in multiple front offices, and they all discussed that they believed that Morgan Riley should have been suspended 3 games instead of the 5 games that he received, because of the precedent that's necessarily been put in place. So, who knows? I'm over it, it's done. Now, I do propose, I am going to be doing some Genshin content on the channel as well. Now, I'm already AR level 60 as well, but I do have a couple backup accounts if wanting to go through it from straight up from there. But yeah. I'm just trying to experiment at the end of the day, and for that reason, that's where we are. Now, I do tend to get immersed in the content and all that sort of thing. So if I do go silent, that's necessarily why. Trying to keep upbeat and that sort of thing. Interesting. Okay. So with how this concludes, I am gonna skip over part 2 just because I don't know if it's able to be shown. So that's necessarily it. Is that she completes her training, she gets the approval, so she's, well, I'll just do it anyways. Why not? Alright, so now it is part 2. So that's how we all got up to this point, and hopefully goes well.
You can leave this to me. Trust me. Is this thing working?
Now, if it's just gonna be all of the battles, I'm just gonna skip the battles till the 12th events.
It's nice to be a hero every once in a while. Is this thing working? I mustn't break it. Let's go. Sorry to break it. Let's keep the momentum going. Cover me, and don't get yourself killed.
Did you see that? I'm strong, but my comrades are stronger.
I'll protect you. Sorry to break it to you. This is the end. The time is now. Now it's hot spring time. Time to teach them some manners. Let's go, Kokorara. It's a tough job, but someone's got to do it. Sorry to break it to you, but this is the end. The time is now. Wowie! We did it! A professional maid always protects her master. Sorry to break it. Nothing is again. Am I right? I mustn't break it. Wowie! We did it! A professional maid always protects her master. Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine? Sorry to break it. This is the end. If it fails, forget I said it. Is this thing working? I'll do it slowly. I want this place immaculate. Sorry to break it to you, but this is the end. Now it's hot spring time. It's nice to be a hero every once in a while. Sorry to break it. Let's keep the momentum going. professional maid always protects her master. Is this thing working?
Sure, the bracelet. Let's keep the momentum going.
Let's go. Fast reload.
Sure, the bracelet. But this is the end. Did you see that? I'm strong, but my comrades are stronger. You can leave this to me. Trust me. Sorry, the bracelet. Let's keep the momentum going.
Fast reload. Wowie! We did it! Gorilla, activate combat mode. Let's go, Gorilla.
Sorry, the bracelet. Let's keep the momentum going.
Ew, is this thing working?
Now, the other question that I propose is, would you want to join my Discord? I do not understand necessarily how fully Discord works yet. I do have my own Discord that I
For
can
a
necessarily
professional
provide.
maid, this is a piece of pudding.
But yeah, that's pretty much the other thing. I'm just like I said, getting used to this entire thing. So that's it.
Sorry, the bracelet. Let's put this at the end.
Those who are prepared. Cover me, and don't get yourself killed.
Sorry, the bracelet. But this is the end. Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine?
Lady Luck is always on our side.
Develop something like an infinite magazine. Let's keep the momentum going. Did you see that? I'm strong, but my comrades are stronger.
That's good. Really good event. There's the ending.
Did you see that? If not, then just ignore me.
Now we're going to be coming out to the close of the broadcast momentarily, but this is the full event. Like I said, there's battles in between all of the event stages like I showed you, and then after that it's pretty much it. You get all of these rewards by just essentially doing the event, and we'll just finish off with a couple of summons here, and then that'll be it. There's one, nothing. There's the second. Normal. And then the last couple. One, nothing. Two, nothing. Three, nothing again. Final one. Yeah, that's gonna essentially do it for me. So if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, please don't hesitate to comment below, like the stream, and have a great rest of your night, okay? Take care.